Yes, because it kind of sounds like the world when you put it that way. East Coast versus West Coast, or your church versus my church, is like, wasn't the goal to win the loss?
Yes,
Right.
yes, and we have that too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we have different sites on the internet that don't show love to people on the West Coast. You know, you have people on the West Coast don't show love to the people on the South. It's
Mm-hmm.
like a spirit of division. You know, and that's a major problem. You know, even here in the Bay Area, you know, there's so much division and pride that, you know, to be honest, I've just never met so many young people that are not teachable.
Hmm.
You know, I'm sure people will turn this video off
Mm-hmm.
because they don't want to be taught. But see, if you do this according to the world's way in the name of the Lord, it's going to be like being on a treadmill.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be running, you're going to be working, you're going to be grinding, you're going to be working real hard. But when you look up, you're doing a lot of sweating, but you haven't accomplished anything.
And that definitely sounds like a hindrance. So, with all of those things in the mix, where's the hope? I mean, we have the word of God, but it seems like a lot of the artists don't understand the word of God, so they can't project that in their music or in the things they do. So they operate in pride and they're not teachable and they're divided. What is the answer?
Well, the answer for those that won't correct themselves, they will be exposed.
Okay.
You know, not, you know, by any man, but they'll be exposed by their pride. Pride comes before the fall. It's just a matter of time before they fall.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I've been in this for a long time, and you know, I know a lot of guys that have been involved in this for years. Back when I got saved, and one of the things that I've noticed that a lot of them really suffered behind pride and lost everything. You know, not really doing what God called them to do, even at this time, because really they should be in their prime
Mm-hmm.
right about now and really doing a lot of great things for the Lord. And one of the things that's not happening is that the younger people are not looking at the older people that kind of paved the way for hip hop and learn from their mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
It's like people are out there. You know, I get hit up on Facebook all the time, all around the world, behind the music thing, and I'm just amazed at people that don't receive sound wisdom. Even with us, you know, having the fruit behind what we're doing, really only doing Zoe for Life production for about the last 4 to 5 years. And to see God move, you would actually think that someone would actually learn. But that's a problem, you know, not being teachable. And the reason why they're not being teachable is pride.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm better than you. A lot of the pride, I know a lot of people don't want to believe this and they're not going to like it, but a lot of the pride has to do with uh, award shows, voting for people. And I've heard it all over my 30 years. You know, give honor to honor's due. That's not giving honor to having the being the best rapper
Mm-hmm.
or having the best album.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Jesus clearly said those that be first will be last. And there's a lot of people who do this music that we've never heard of that is phenomenal. People that
Yes.
no one knows and they're anointed, and no one's ever heard of them, but they're not being, you know, put in that field of being, you know, exposed.
Mm-hmm.
So how can you say, okay, check this out? You know, how can you say, well, you know, I want to vote for you to be the greatest artist?
Mm-hmm.
We don't even know all the artists in the world.
Right.
And I thought that God's supposed to get the glory
Mm-hmm.
and not man. And that's part of our problem that we have. You know, when you go to these award shows, you see so much pride, arrogance, envy, division, and strife, and Paul clearly said that they're carnal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one man plant, another man water, but God is always supposed to get the glory. So these are some of the problems that we have. And, my prayer is that, we continue to be an example here. And we actually have influenced a lot of young people, to do this the right way. My prayer is that we clean this up, give God the glory, and really make an impact on the world and bring other people along and assist them and help them instead of being prideful and thinking that you're too big. One of my pet peeves is people so prideful that they won't return a text, they won't return a comment when you hit them up on Facebook or MySpace or Twitter. I'm busier than every gospel rapper here. Not only doing this, but pastoring, having Zoe for Life catering. So there's a lot of things we're doing, and a newborn Prince. I have a lot of things going on, but I make sure that I hit everybody up. I listen to everybody's music, and it's sad, but I believe there's going to be a few people that really make a difference and become humble and let God exalt them instead of them exalting themselves.
That's awesome. Let's just say MC such and such is hearing this broadcast and they're convicted and they throw their hands up to God and they want to get out of that prideful state. What words of wisdom would you have for he or she who no longer wants to operate in that spirit and be a hindrance in gospel rap?
Sit down. Step down. It takes a humble person to step down for a season and become a servant. Become a servant. Jesus said, I did not come to be served, but I come to serve.
Yes.
It is more than getting on a mic. It's more than getting on stage. It's about being a humble person, talking to as many people as you can, submit to your pastor, be accountable. Run with some winners. Some people that's going to hold you accountable and call you on that.
Yes.
But now what's happening is that people are more, just like the world, they're more excited about your gift and your talent than about your personal life. See, me, I'm concerned about people's personal life first. And then I'll help them with their talent. Because their gift will make room for them. But their character will take them places that God can do exceedingly abundantly above all that they can ever think or ask.
That's awesome. All right, well, MC So-and-so, there you have it. From the words of Mr. Williams, CEO of Zoe for Life Productions. Humble yourself, let God exalt you. Sir, did you have any last words that you want to give to the people?
I would just say that we need to come together, unify, put away your differences, put away your doctrine differences, humble yourself under God's mighty hand. Let Him exalt us. And that's the best way to do it, because every time a gospel rapper gets exposed, get into sin, it makes a bad name, because really gospel rap is not really accepted among the church like it could be. But I do believe that God is doing and will continue to do exceedingly abundantly above all that we can ever think or ask. But remember, it's according to the power that worketh in us. It's the power of love and unity and becoming one. So that's what I have to say. And I'm with the movement. I'm 100% behind it. I help people that I can help. And I believe that God has blessed us with the fruit to make an impact. So,
and I definitely agree. Thank you for your time. This is Shalom with Zoe for Life TV. You guys stay tuned because we have a lot more coming up. On our way there, he's telling me how I have to strip off my old woman. Strip off everything that I was holding on to, this whole dark lifestyle that I was involved in. And I have no relationship with God. So when he's saying strip off, I'm not hearing this in a spiritual sense. I'm hearing the only thing that I know, and that's this natural. So I started to strip. Started taking my clothes off in the car with this girl. God bless her. She really held it together. If you out there, thanks.
And she was just like, oh, Lolisha, please put your clothes back on. And I'm like, no, we just gotta strip. We just gotta come natural to the Lord. She like, okay, like really trying to keep it together.
Yo, what's going on? I'm right here at Zoe for Life Studios. Why you not recording here? I don't know. But if you want an album that's gonna be hot, that's gonna be mainstream, that's gonna stand up with all the other albums that's out, and you don't have a record deal, yeah, I'm talking to you, cause I know you ain't got a record deal, cause you wouldn't be watching this video if you did. You'd be out there touring and working. But since you ain't got a record deal, if you wanna sound like you do, we all do, you need to come right here to Zoe for Life Studios. We got the Kiwi. Zoom in, you got the Kiwi. Then over here, we got Pro Tools HD. See, without HD, you sound like this. But with HD, you sound like this. Crystal, clear, loud, obnoxious. You sound great. We got Pro Tools HD right here. We got Studio A, Studio B, Producers Lab. Let's get it.